Hey guys, what's up? My name's Jen. I'm a former flight attendant turned travel professional. I got back from Thailand a few months ago. I have been very slow at getting my footage out. I have been helping a family member who has been going through some health things, so my schedule has been completely chaotic, but that is okay. Things are looking up and they are on the mend, so that is exciting, and hopefully I can get into more of a regular routine and some just classic travel videos for you guys. I wanted to go through the top 5 things that I used in Thailand and that I packed and that I would 100% pack again and highly recommend. Some of the items are not quite what you would expect. They also have to do with kind of space saving and saving on space for your liquids. I went to Thailand for, I think it was like 10 days that I was there. Seems like a lifetime ago already, and it was just in November. This is absolutely crazy for me, but I only packed a carry-on bag and I was definitely like way overstuffed. I did it. I went to Thailand and back in just a carry-on, and these 5 items really helped me conserve space, especially when it came to liquids and just in general. And they're also items that I used a lot. I thought this would be helpful if you are headed to Thailand or going to be traveling to Thailand and looking for things to pack and what you should bring. Also, I will link pretty much all of these items down below too. If you wanted to check them out on Amazon, is where I got most of them. You can find them at your probably local stores too, but I just found it very convenient to shop via Amazon. Okay, let's get into it. The first item is something I was so skeptical to bring. To conserve space, I knew that I couldn't really bring my shampoo and conditioner, but I also knew that I would be showering a lot, and I don't normally wash my hair that often, maybe twice a week, just to keep it healthy as you are supposed to do. Because it is so hot and sticky there, I just knew, and we had a lot of activities planned, I knew that I was going to be showering a lot and washing of the hair would probably happen a lot more often. So I decided on a shampoo and conditioner bar. I went through a bunch of different options on Amazon, and I'm a person that reads reviews for everything and trying to get a good general idea of what product it is that I'm buying, especially if I've never used it before. But I have to say that I absolutely loved this. I'll try to pop up like a picture up here of the brand I got, but I actually brought it in just this little soap container. It smells so good. The shampoo lathered up just like any kind of shampoo would. It was actually really great. Maybe my expectations were really low, but I really liked it. And then the conditioning bar was a little bit tougher to get used to and didn't lather as much, so it was, I would say, like a little more difficult to like get through your hair and make sure. And it's very strong smelling actually. What I noticed is that my hair had a ton of volume after using this, and it is something that I once in a while will just use in my everyday life too. This is obviously, this looks a little like rank right now just because it's been used and across the world. These 2 items got me through almost 2 weeks in Thailand, and look at how much I have left as well. They kept my hair nice and clean, and it felt really healthy too. I don't feel like I compromised damaging my hair at all by purchasing these, and then also solid, so I saved on my liquid allotment as well by deciding to go like this. Now, our hotels did, most of them provide shampoo for you to use. There wasn't much conditioner available at all, but I would say going this route was much higher quality than using any kind of hotel shampoo and conditioner. These were one of my biggest surprises to use, and maybe one of the best items that I got. So we're starting off with a banger. This was probably my number 1 item that got used and saved liquid space with. Well, it's actually really strong smelling, so if you're really not into fragrance for your hair, I feel like once it's in your hair, it's not super strong, but the actual bar is very fragrant. So if smells really bother you, look for a non-scented option for you. The other item I found is something that I didn't even know existed. Maybe I'm like kind of late to the game on this too, but I didn't know this existed, and it also saved me on my liquid space. I knew and had heard that mosquitoes were a big problem over in Thailand, and we were going to be in heavier wooded areas. We're going to be up in the mountains too. We were staying in a Hmong village. I knew that I definitely wanted some bug spray, but I didn't want to bring bug spray with the liquid. I knew I could maybe get it there, but I wanted an option, and I found these. They are mosquito wipes, and as you can see, they were definitely used. These worked great. I had the rest of the people in my group, always grabbing for them as well. I had to kind of like conserve them because everyone wanted them. It was so easy to apply, and we had to reapply quite a bit. I mean, we were out walking and out hiking and doing all that, and these worked awesome. I think I got like one mosquito bite the whole time I was there. We were also out at food markets at night, and that is when the mosquitoes really came out. A lot of people in my group too ended up not bringing any kind of bug spray or anything like that. So we made quite a few stops. You can get it's in a pink bottle at the 7-Eleven. There's a bug spray that worked really well. Also really inexpensive. That works great too. A lot of people were using. So if you wanted to save and not bring any with you, stop at a 7-Eleven and grab some. But these were awesome. They didn't take up much space at all. So convenient, especially to reapply like on the go. Just grab a wipe, and they smell really good. And it does say like not greasy or oily, and that is true. If you're doing any kind of like outdoor activity and you're out at a cabin or you're traveling somewhere that is known to have a lot of mosquitoes or bugs, this is definitely great. This does talk about specifically on mosquitoes, but I didn't have any issues with any kind of bugs at all. So this was definitely also a very like surprising item. I used a lot, saved space on my liquid allowance as well. Highly, highly recommend. The next item is a sunscreen stick. Now, sunscreen obviously was big there. It was something that is recommended to get before you go to Thailand because it can be very expensive when you're there to get sunscreen. We were there in November. It was 100% needed. There were some very, very, very hot days. I'm from Florida. I know what hot feels like. There were some very, very hot days and humid. You're sweating. You need to make sure that you're reapplying sunscreen constantly. I wanted to make sure I brought sunscreen, but also saved on the liquids allowance as well. And this is what I found. This might be like a product. It's Neutrogena Beach Defense Water and Sun Protection. So I went with the water protection just because I knew I was going to be sweating so much. I also ended up getting the 50 plus just because I knew that I wasn't going there to like get a tan or anything. It was definitely more to protect my skin. It says dermatologist recommended. I don't think this was specifically for your face, but I'm not saying to do this, but I did use it on my face and it worked fine. I had no issues whatsoever, but especially if you have certain parts of your skin you just want to reapply. Like for me, it's like my shoulders, my chest, and my nose like always really get hit. It was super easy just to keep this on me and reapply. Not messy whatsoever. It did not melt. It stayed in its solid form and super, super helpful, useful. I don't think I will actually travel with liquid sunscreen again. I think I'm fully converted because this was just so easy and not messy. I also get sunburnt like in my part quite a bit, and I just easily was able to, just go through my part like this. It worked great for that. So highly recommend getting some sort of sunscreen stick. I really like this Neutrogena. I'm not a typical Neutrogena user, but I don't have anything against them. But this was definitely something that I ended up really, really loving. Now the next item is something that I've had forever since I was a flight attendant. I got it, and it was specifically to help me save space, but it is a day pack. I don't know if I necessarily recommend this one. I don't even know if this one is still available. I'll try to find something similar, but any kind of day pack that you can fold down and use. This is actually a backpack, and I will unfold it to show you. I used this in Thailand so much that I ripped the straps. That kind of shows though also the quality of this. It's not like your high quality hiking type backpacks. It is just a day pack. It ripped on like one of our bigger hikes that I had a ton of things attached to it. It was being overworked for sure. So I don't blame it for ripping that much. I was definitely stuffing it full, but I had this every day with me and kept my items in there. It really helped me also save space. I didn't have to bring an extra bigger bag, but any kind of fold down day bag that you can use, I highly, highly recommend bringing if you're just trying to save space on a trip at all, or Thailand especially. And if you're going out and buying things at markets and stuff too, to save on plastic, definitely have your own bag. And there's quite a bit of initiative to try and cut down on the amount of plastic and waste that they use, but there is plastic everywhere in that country. It kind of blows my mind actually. Everything's wrapped in plastic. So to try to combat that a little bit, bringing your own reusable bag, they'll give you a plastic bag for literally everything, even to hold your little drink. They put a little plastic bag that holds your cup and you can carry it around like that. Very convenient and kind of nice, but also totally not necessary all the time. I'll just undo this and show you guys how it works. This was like the actual pouch part becomes the front pocket of the backpack. Little holder for your water bottle. I'm working with a very tight camera angle at the moment, so this ripped was right on top here on the strap. I'll show you. As you can see, it was barely hanging on by the end of the trip, but I wanted to save it and show you guys just because it was an item that I used so much. So don't forget, in any kind of day pack that you can use, even if you have just like a reusable bag you can bring with you if you're going to do a lot of shopping while in Thailand, but one that's foldable and can save space is definitely helpful. So the other thing that I used the most while on my trip that I was so thankful that I packed was my Yeti water bottle. This is a 36-ounce water bottle. It is very heavy. I really went back and forth if this was going to be the water bottle that I brought, and if I was even going to bring one and just try to reuse like a plastic water bottle once I got there. But I must say that I was so thankful that I had this. It kept my water very cold, of course. I'm not usually like one to be really picky about the temperature of my beverages, which is kind of out of the ordinary. But when you were so hot and sweaty like we were during our adventures throughout Thailand, having cold water was just like a lifesaver. Literally. One tip I would have if you're going to have a very physical outdoor day in Thailand, I started putting a shot of pineapple juice inside my water. You're going to have to make sure to wash your water bottle out and rinse it out if you're doing that. But it gave me like that little boost of like sugar that I needed throughout the day when we were hiking. I was absolutely dying. Like I struggled during the hike that we had. Once I like had an opportunity to take my water out when we got to the top and just chug, I had a little bit of pineapple juice in it, and I literally think it helped me from passing out. That's how dead I felt. That's my little tip with here. I really, really debated, but I'm so thankful that I brought it with me. I have the water bottle top on it as well, so it made it super, super easy to drink on the go. It's just so heavy. So if there's a lighter option that you'd like, I would recommend that. I don't necessarily recommend bringing this for everything. It was kind of a pain to carry around, but the fact that I didn't have to fill it up every 2 seconds, and I mean, I was going through at least 3 of these during the day while we were out. I drank a ton of water. Even if you're not a water drinker, you're going to be drinking water in Thailand. I just guarantee it. Make sure you have a great, great water bottle to bring with you. I always attach my Carabeaner clip to it as well. This was one of the things that was attached to my reusable backpack that I just showed you guys. So this being heavy and full of water too is one of the reasons that it was like so heavy. I also had this big life jacket attached to it too, hanging on it, which everyone had to carry their life jackets. It was such a pain while we were hiking, and I had this little clip, so I just clipped my life jacket onto there and I did not have to carry it, and I had my hands more free to climb and stuff, so that was also really nice. So maybe this clip is like a little bonus guy in there course, definitely bring some of these with you. I actually have another little bonus item. This was also something that I did not think about or expect, but we were actually gifted these when we got there. The group that I was with Intrepid Travel. They do great group adventures and travel. If you're interested, this is not a video about that, but I can make one about them. It's something that my travel agency will book for people looking to go on adventures, just with smaller groups. They do these types of trips so well and so great. But they gifted us when we first got to Bangkok a set of bamboo utensils. And we're like, okay, this is awesome. But let me tell you, I used these so much. Part of that is because our group was really into going to all the food markets and like eating like locals pretty much, really getting into all the street food and doing all that. So they didn't always have utensils there for you, or it was chopsticks available, which is fine. But sometimes it was nice to just have like your regular spoon and fork too, and knife. You wanted to, we were splitting stuff and sharing stuff a lot as well. This is another thing that you find a lot of plastic forks and spoons and that kind of thing too, especially because the culture is to like eat out at these food markets so much. Bringing these and having these with us really cut down on the waste that we had as well. Again, you'll see so much plastic being used in that country. It's just crazy. These were really nice to have. They honestly, I use these way more than I thought I would. If you have some like travel set of utensils to bring, I would 100% recommend bringing them. It also will help cut down on your plastic use. Definitely environmentally friendly. I feel like this video would not be complete without me saying some items that I would highly recommend not bringing, or items that I did not use at all. I have two specifically that come to mind. One was the makeup that I brought. I really didn't bring that much makeup in general, but I definitely brought some. I put on way less makeup than I thought I would, and I thought I would not put a lot on just because it was going to be so hot out and we're going to be sweating so much. But I would say you really don't need as much as you do, and it's not really in the culture either to be super made up and done. It's just not practical. It's a waste of space. Waste of liquid space too. You do not need any makeup really, but don't bring anything. I would say more skincare than anything. You can definitely cut down on the amount of makeup that you bring when you are traveling to Thailand, because you're gonna sweat it all off anyways, honestly. The other thing I was so disappointed in that I brought, again, instead of bringing a Tide to Go stick, I opted for these Tide to Go wipes, and these sucked. I'm sorry, but these were not good at all. They did not help. I do recommend maybe bringing a Tide to Go pen, because you eat on the go so often and you're eating the street food and you're walking, and it's just like a lot of food that you eat on the go. I used wet wipes way more. This did not take any kind of stain if I got out. They are kind of like dry anyways. It's not even that moist on them either. I was just extremely disappointed in this. I am a Tide to Go pen lover. I always have those with me, but these Tide to Go wipes, not it. Definitely skip these. So that's all I have. I just wanted to make a little short video before I forgot as time was ticking on. I did not want to forget to show you guys those items. Those were my most used items that were probably the most practical as well that I brought with me when I went to Thailand. A couple things too that you can probably skip. I will definitely be making more Thailand specific videos in the future as my life kind of calms down a little bit with all of the health issues that my family has been dealt with the past over a year now. But things are finally looking to be calming down, so I look forward to more travel tips, advice, travel vlog videos. Continue with the travel reactions. Those are my favorite to make. I don't know if you guys enjoy watching those at all, but I love making them and they're really fun. But that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you are going to Thailand, have an amazing time. If you have any questions about packing or anything about Thailand, you want to drop it in the comment below. I'll definitely be on the lookout to answer those. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.